When did just weightlifting as a whole kind of start for you?
It started out at the end of my high school career. I got really into football. I was kind of a late bloomer in football. I played basketball my whole life, and then I started playing football around grade 10, and made the high school team, made like a city team, and at that point I was pretty small and like short for like football. So if you're short in football, you have to be like fast and like relatively like bigger. So I got into the gym to get bigger, faster, stronger. Started going to the gym with my friends for Good Life. Good Life has a free teen summer program. So like for the summer, it's like a free gym pass, right? So I took the opportunity, worked out for 2 summers, and then eventually getting my like a membership there. And then that's how I got into lifting.
Yeah. So then when did the transition to powerlifting kind of start?
So going back to football, after my first year of university, I didn't make any varsity teams, and I just didn't play any sports that year, which really bummed me out. I kind of missed that competitive edge and being a part of a team. So from there, on my second year, I looked at different clubs or teams that I could try out for, and the Carleton Ravens football team actually came back. So this was the debut. They had their first team in like 10 years, and they had open tryouts. So that was an opportunity for me to make varsity, right? So I went out, again, went to the gym to get bigger, faster, stronger, and I ended up being the last guy they cut to make the team that year. So they didn't need anyone for my position, which was fair. But then after that, I just fell in love with lifting even more. Went to the gym more often, and one day a powerlifter came up to me and he was like, "Do you powerlift?" I was like, "What is that?" Right? And he's like, "Oh, like it's squat, bench, and deadlift." And I was like, "Oh, I know what those are." And he's like, "Yeah, it's like you have 3 attempts to hit as heavy weight as you can, right?" And then he says, "I have a lot of potential and I should try out for the team one day." I was like, "Why not?" Right? Tried out for the team, ended up making it. And then 2 years later, I was the president of the team. And then now just powerlifting is my life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So when was your first like meet then?
So my first meet would have been September 2014.
2014?
Yes.
Okay. And then since then, like you've kind of, like you said, you've gone up the ranks, you've competed nationally. So you're internationally ranked. Does that mean you've gone to like a world championship?
I did. So I competed at Worlds in 2016 in Texas.
How did that go?
It was amazing. So to make the world team, you have to basically win nationals. And I came second that year at nationals, so I didn't make the team. Unfortunately, the guy who did win had to drop out. So I was their second best option. So I got the call like a month and a half out, like weeks out. So I was like, I really had to get back into training, but it wasn't that bad. And going into it, I knew I wasn't gonna win or like come close. I came in nominated 12th out of 20, which
awesome.
wasn't bad, middle of the pack. And I honestly went in there looking to just give Team Canada as many points as we can to kind of win a team spot, like ranked first junior team, second, third. So I just listened to the coaches, whatever they wanted me to hit, I'll hit. And I ended up coming 10th out of 20. So like right in the middle. I beat my projections, so that makes me happy.
Yeah, but that's awesome then.
It was unreal.
So you can say you're like top 10 in the world then, technically?
At the time.
Yeah.
A lot has changed in 2 years. But at the time I was top 10 in the world.
That's unreal.
Yeah.
So I got to ask, like, what are your PRs then for dead, squat, and bench?
So currently 550 for squat, 330 for bench, and 635 for deadlift.
That's man. Like I can't even wrap my head around that.
Thank you.
Yeah, no worries. So I kind of want to talk a little about like weightlifting stuff, just because it doesn't look like it, but I do go to the gym.
Yeah.
Like, what's nutrition look like? Because that's something I'm trying to.
Yeah. Nutrition for powerlifters is kind of funny. People always ask if I'm on like a really strict diet. It's not like bodybuilding where everyone is like cutting weight, right? And like on a very strict macro plan. Powerlifting, it depends on your goals, right? So like me currently, I'm going up a weight class. So I'm like eating a lot. Like I'm on a caloric surplus all the time. Whereas some people are cutting down a weight class, so they're cutting a lot. And some people just stay kind of steady. And then close to competition, they'll do a little bit of a cut. Right, so it all varies. For me specifically, I've kind of always been on the gain train. I've always just wanted to get bigger and get stronger. in like high school and stuff, I was like on mass gainer, I was like protein shake, I was on everything, all the supplements, because I thought that's what you needed to get bigger. And in reality, I realized you didn't really need all that stuff. Like you could just do it naturally. And as like a broke university student, I didn't have enough money to buy like protein, creatine, and like pre-workout and stuff. So I kind of just like stopped. But then I kept making gains. So I'm like, okay, I don't really need supplements. So like to this day, I don't take any supplements.
Like no supplements at all?
No. And like, so there's another story to that is that we're in a drug-free sport. Same regulations as like the Olympics. And since like with supplements, there's always a chance of like contaminations. And it's been really big topic in powerlifting where a lot of people are getting banned substances in their like legal pre-workouts or protein that they buy at like GNC or Popeyes. So I'm like, okay, I can't risk that because one, sure, I'm a big powerlifter, but two, like my business revolves around powerlifting. So if I took a supplement and then all of a sudden I got popped for something I didn't actually take because of contaminations, like my business would be done. Like my reputation, like my customers, everything would be gone. And to me, it's just not worth the risk.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
And then so pre-workout, I think I've seen Monster Energy, right?
Yeah, like energy drinks is like the only thing. Energy drinks and coffee is all I do.
Okay, that's fair. So, but like no, like not even like protein or anything, like nothing.
I could do protein.
Yeah.
I just that's the one thing I'm lagging.
Yeah.
But I could, but I don't.
That's fair.
Just kind of lazy. I don't know.
Yeah.